Headboard. So it's an upholstered headboard, very inexpensive. You can do it for about probably $100.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So the supplies you need basically are scissors. I get these pliers because sometimes you make a mistake and you gotta pull out the...
Those are the needle nose pliers.
Yeah.
Staple gun.
And then we got a staple gun, which can be dangerous, but you know. All right.
Now the plywood, is this your biggest expense, the plywood?
The plywood, depending on what you want to do fabric-wise, yes, the plywood would be your biggest expense. This is just plain batting. I got it at a fabric store.
Okay.
You can put as much or as little as you want.
Okay.
All the information on sizing per bed is on my website. So if you want to do this at home, and also all the instructions. So basically what you want to do is you want to make sure that your batting goes about an inch around your headboard piece of wood.
Okay.
And then you want to make sure that your fabric goes about 2 inches around.
All right.
So that you can wrap it around the headboard easy, like that.
Okay.
So basically what I like to do is I like to wrap one side, and I like to give it a staple. And then do the other side.
Can I do this? And
Yeah,
do you
do you
pull
trust
it
me?
tight? Do you pull it tight, or do you want some
For the
slack?
first staple, I basically pull as tight as I can,
Okay. All right.
but I just do one on each side.
All right. There we go. Okay. It's starting to come together already.
Yeah. So basically, you continue doing this until about an inch away from the corners on each side.
All right.
And then you get the corner detail, which is a bit tricky, but honestly, you can just pull it as well as you can, fold this part underneath.
Nobody's going to see this part.
And
anyway.
honestly, the back doesn't matter what it looks like.
Okay.
So
Just do
easy,
your best.
simple, this is what it comes out to. But look at the back.
The back's a
Yeah,
mess.
whatever.
But look at the front, fantastic. And you don't have to do the indentations if you don't want to,
Yeah,
right?
you don't have to tuft it. You can if you want. It's a little bit more work, a little bit more detail.
But who needs
But
that?
yeah,
This is great. Okay. And of course, this would be bigger for your
Yeah.
actual bed.
Yeah.
Do you want it to match the dimensions of your bed, or should the headboard be a little bigger?
it should be about 6 inches bigger than your bed.
Okay.
So I'm 3 inches on each side.
Okay, good to know. Excellent. All
Yeah,
right.
so that's this thing. Then with coordinating a room, this is just another fun project that's easy to do. It's a letter, a wooden letter I got from a craft store, and basically took the fabric, the same fabric I used on the headboard, cut it out. Basically, you take some Mod
cute.
Podge
Okay, where do you buy Mod Podge?
at the craft store.
Mod Podge.
So funny. Oh, this one doesn't fit in. Oh,
There we
no,
go.
we got it. We're good. So you want to just coat a layer. Nice layer on there. Boo. And then you place your fabric on, and you really can't go wrong if you cut just a little bit outside the lines. You can always trim it later. And then you put a coating
Over
once this
top.
is dry over top to make it glossy. And then you can hang it on the wall because there's a little hanger.
How great.
So you could do a kid's name for a nursery. They're really, really cute.
So then afterwards you'd go along and trim off the excess?
Just trim off the excess. It's very easy, and you really can't go wrong.
Okay.
Can't make a mistake.
I'd find a way to go wrong. You know, it's nice of you to say that, but
You gotta have confidence, confidence that you can do it.
okay.
And then another coordinating idea is just wrapping a canvas.
Do you know, I've got a girlfriend who does this all the time, and it looks fantastic, and I always think it's so hard, but is it?
No. It's the same as the headboard. Basically, you do it the same way. You buy a regular canvas.
And are they expensive?
They can be, but you can get them at the dollar store.
Okay.
You can get canvases, different sizes at the dollar store, which is great. I love the dollar store. So basically, you staple on each side.
Okay.
Where did we put that? Oh, here we go.
And you know what? Even if you were buying a frame that already has a picture on it, but you don't like the picture,
Right, and
if
you know
it's
what?
cheap, buy it for the canvas.
I go all the time sourcing for fabrics and stuff, and I always have extra fabric. left over for projects and stuff like that, so I frame them. And you can do different fabrics framed on the wall, buy a yard or two of each fabric. You can always reuse the fabric, do a canvas, put some in a frame, coordinate it that way. So these are just
lovely. So that's the end project. Okay, so
and then
boo, gross.
looks like that.
But look, and it's so light. You're not going to need a heavy-duty picture hanger to hang this
No,
up,
and
right?
then you can do them like, you know, one on top of the other.
Oh, let's see that again. Let's see that again. So that
Yeah.
or that.
Very easy to do.
Nice. Okay, how much time do we have? Do we have time for another project? Sure, go for it.
Okay, so this is just chalkboard paper, believe it or not. You can buy it at the craft store.
Paper?
Paper, yeah, so no paint, no anything. And this is a chalkboard marker.
Cool, that's how they make those
And this
great
is
signs.
a frame from the dollar store. So I put the chalkboard paper in the frame and use the marker. You can, you know, detail for your kids, what you want to do, to-do lists, what you got to shop for.
Does it rub off like chalk?
Yep. You just take,
No
you gotta
way.
use a little bit of a wet sponge,
Okay.
but no dust, which is great. Perfect for the kitchen, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Chalkboard marker.
Very
Cool.
easy, and it's so much easier to use than chalk.
Yes, and it's not all dusty. Oh,
No.
I hate that.
No.
Okay. And now this is a great way to use up jars that you may have lying around.
Right, jars. So this is from the dollar store too, and it's so cute for a kid. It's plastic. You know, it's got a lid. You can open it for crayons. You mark on the top what it is. You put it on a shelf. You can have whatever you want, toys in there. These are glass, so, you know, people use these in their kitchen for pasta, that kind of stuff. You can use it for other things. Put it on your desk. Put erasers, pencils, markers, whatever.
I had inspiration and designs on doing some canning at one point, which never happened. So I have these mason jars. Could I use mason jars for
Mason
this?
jars would be great.
Okay.
You know, cottage kind of vintage look.
And then you dress it up with some ribbons?
Ribbons are actually for the letter, just showing you can put the letter on canvas as well.
Oh!
And then you just staple on some ribbon and you hang it on the wall.
Again, super easy. You
So
took
easy.
the letter that we Mod Podged, stuck it to a blank canvas, put a ribbon on it. Aren't
Right.
you clever?
And if you aren't comfortable with fabric, you can use paper. This is a scrapbooking paper.
Oh yeah, great design.
And I Mod Podged it on top.
Love this.
So yeah.
Okay, for the future of vintage.net, go to the future of vintage.net to book these guys and have them come and do your place and get more great tips too.
Yeah, we have a great blog with all kinds of DIY ideas and tips and where to look for stuff.
Right on. Speaking of tips, how to take your career in your own hands when we come back.